Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about how Diplo opens up about Feud with Taylor Swift. Let's get right into it. Taylor Swift has had a number of spats over the course of her career. It's interesting to note that she almost never starts them. Other celebrities, for some reason, feel compelled to criticize her, often because of her success. The best example is when Kanye West interrupted her speech after winning Best Female Music Video for You Belong With Me instead of Beyoncé at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards. However, Ye isn't the only male musician who has chastised Swift for her success. Diplo had previously expressed his distaste for the pop star's unrelatable music as well as her physical appearance. It started when Diplo body-shamed Taylor Swift on Twitter. Shortly after the release of Swift's 2014 album 1989, Diplo tweeted, "Someone should make a Kickstarter to get Taylor Swift a booty." Fans immediately defended the love story hitmaker. Her then close friend, Lorde, also came to her defense. The royal singer tweeted, "Should we do something about your tiny while we're at it?" On top of that, Diplo made some comments about Swift's music in his Rolling Stone interview in 2016. He said, "Music is in the hands of the kids. Streaming is literally what kids want to listen to over and over again." He then added, "They want to listen to Rockstar and Bodak Yellow. They don't want to listen to, like, Look What You Made Me Do. That music doesn't relate to them at all. I don't think it ever did. They were only given that by radio and marketing budgets. I'm impressed with Post Malone. I can relate to him more than Taylor Swift." But in 2022, Diplo opened up about his unfiltered social media comments and acknowledged his feud with Swift. He said, "I don't take it that seriously. When I first started using social media, it was a big joke for me." Diplo also added, "I'm a weird, humorous person, but my sense of humor wasn't taken well." He then said, "Then I thought, do I want to be known as the I wasn't in my opinion, but I did use social media like it was a joke." The star, who has since patched up things with Swift, added, "What's funny now is that I don't even know my Twitter login. Someone else just Twitters for me." Well, this is also sad when we all know that Taylor Swift just recently overcame her struggle with an eating disorder. In one of her most revealing and surprising segments of the Netflix film Miss Americana, Taylor Swift documentary, Swift talks for several minutes about having struggled in the past with an eating disorder. After being pictured facing a phalanx of photographers, after she emerges from her front door, Swift is heard in a voiceover saying that it's not good for me to see pictures of myself every day. Although she says it's only happened a few times, and she's not in any way proud of it, Swift admits that there have been times in the past when she caught herself being too hard on her body. She said, "I've seen pictures of me where I feel like I looked like my tummy was too big, or someone said that I looked pregnant, and that'll just trigger me to just starve a little bit, just stop eating." Swift elaborated on what she's gone through in her interview with Variety for her cover story, saying that it was difficult for her to speak up about it for the documentary. She told Variety, "I didn't know if I was going to feel comfortable with talking about my body image, and talking about the stuff I've gone through in terms of how unhealthy that's been for me. My relationship with food and all that over the years." She then added, "But the way that Lana tells the story, it really makes sense. I'm not as articulate as I should be about this topic because there are so many people who could talk about it in a better way, but all I know is my own experience." As a matter of fact, Swift struggled with whether she wanted to open up about the topic at all. She told Variety, "I think I've never really wanted to talk about that before, and I'm pretty uncomfortable talking about it now." She then said, "But in the context of every other thing that I was doing or not doing in my life, I think it makes sense." She then added, "And my relationship with food was exactly the same psychology that I applied to everything else in my life. If I was given a pat on the head, I registered that as good. If I was given a punishment, I registered that as bad." In the quiet of a hotel suite, she goes into greater detail on how formative an effect that one early tabloid torpedo had on her. She said, "I remember how, when I was 18, that was the first time I was on the cover of a magazine." She then said, "And the headline was like, 'Pregnant at 18?' And it was because I had worn something that made my lower stomach look not flat, so I just registered that as punishment. And then I'd walk into a photo shoot and be in the dressing room, and somebody who worked at a magazine would say, 'Oh wow, this is so amazing that you can fit into the sample sizes. Usually we have to make alterations to the dresses, but you can take them right off the runway and put them on you.'" She then said, "And I looked at that as a pat on the head. You register that enough times and you just start to accommodate everything towards praise and punishment, including your own body." Swift's family has also had a difficult time in the last 5 years, as her mother, Andrea Swift, was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015 and then relapsed in 2019. Swift also revealed recently that doctors discovered that Andrea has a brain tumor, which they found while she was undergoing chemotherapy. That's it for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on any future content we'll produce for you guys. We're signing off now, but we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.